Thank you for coming again. Welcome, friends. Happy Veterans Day. We'll get back to the reading. Make room. I believe in being patient. I do not rush. There's a wrong way and a right way, and I'm doing things the right way. Joe Toth. How to hang drywall. Step 1. Gather your supplies. You'll need loads of stuff, so get ready. Drywall, drywall tape, joint compound, metal corner beads, a level, shims, a drill, drywall screws, and a 5-inch wide knife. A 10-inch wide knife, a pole sander, sandpaper of various grits, and a phone number of your favorite pizza shop. Step 2. Check your studs. Hold a level or straight edge across the face of your studs and make sure they're all standing even. Shim any low spots and shave or sand any high spots. It's a drag, but it's well worth it in the long run. Step 3. Place your drywall starting at the lower left-hand corner of the wall. Fit the drywall horizontally against the studs. The bottom edge of the board should be flush with your floor, and the right edge of your board should end in the middle of the stud. If your drywall doesn't end in the middle of the stud, you need to cut it, but do not worry. It's no big whoop. To do so, just measure the length of the wall from the corner to the stud center, mark the length of your face of your drywall, and draw a cut line. Then lay a straight edge along the line and score your drywall using a utility knife. Be gentle, you do not have to muscle it in. Next, stand your board on the end and snap it from behind. Sometimes a little knock on the knee does the trick. Using your utility knife, cut the paper on the back of the board. All done, now you're ready to go. Step 4. Screw it in. Using a drill, fasten your drywall screws through the drywall and enter it through the center stud at 12-inch intervals. Then work your way out, driving the screws every 12 inches on every stud. Step 5. Working horizontally, continue across the board of your wall, fitting your drywall side by side until you come full circle. Remember, each piece of drywall should begin and end midway on a stud. Step 6. Start a second row, making sure you stagger the seams to help hide the joints and strengthen the wall. Repeat until your entire wall is covered. Then order that pizza and chill. You can deal with the seams tomorrow. Step 7. Fill the joints. Now you're going to make it smooth so your wall seams are more imperceptible. Use a 5-inch knife. Spread a line layer of joint compound into each seam and over each screw hole, scraping off any excess. Step 8. Tape the joints. While the compound is wet, unroll an arm's length of drywall, center it across the seams, and press it down so it's smooth. Run the tape to the end of the board. Hold your knife perpendicularly against it and rip the tape. Finally, smooth the tape with your knife, working your way from the center and removing any excess mud. Step 9. Tape the inside corners. Cut a piece of tape length of the corner. Fold it half lengthwise and press it into the compound you've already spread into the corner. Smooth out the tape using your knife. Step 10. Bead the outside corner. Attach a piece of metal corner bead on every outside corner where two pieces of drywall meet. Using drywall screws, smooth compound over the bead. Let it dry overnight. Step 11. Sand all of your joints using a pole sander affixed with a 120 grit sandpaper. Wear a mask while you do this because it's dusty work. Step 12. Apply more joint compound, this time using a 10-inch knife. Be sure to fill any indentations and then let it dry overnight. Sand with 120 grit paper. Have patience and repeat once more. Feather the compound, let it dry, and this time sand with an ultrafine 200 grit paper. Step 13. Go pick up some cool paints and you're ready to paint. More handy tips. If you got a naked ceiling, hang your drywall up first. Do the walls second. Mark the location of your studs when you put up the first rows to avoid the guest rope later on. Stop screwing when you're drywalling ever so slightly dimples. If you screw too deeply, you'll rip the paper and crush your wall. If you screw too lightly, you'll see every screw and even through the paint. If you're hanging drywall around a window or door, stagger your seams so they do not hang out at the edge or either fixture. Otherwise, your walls will be weak. I'm gonna read that back. If you're hanging drywall around a window or door, stagger your seams so they do not end at the edge of either fixture. Otherwise, your walls will be weak. You'll know your joint compound is dry when it turns white. Gray compound means it's still wet. Red compound means you got some pizza sauce in there. Try to be a little bit more careful. If you're hanging drywall over electrical outlet, measure the distance to the outlet, its height and width, and cut it out of your board using utility knife or drywall knife before hanging it. Happy Veterans Day again. See you next time.